Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas live trading room recap for Thursday, April the 4th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions for me, use this email address. Again, don't use this link to get into the room. Probably should just get, this link will be good once once it directs it to the other room. So that's why I haven't got rid of it yet. I keep hoping day by day that we'll have the link ready. Anyway, the link for the new trading room is in the email you're getting. I open the rooms at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, and I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. So an incredibly slow day for me today in terms of trading. Again, just bring your attention to what the SPY is doing. Let me expand that a little bit. So pre-market, the SPY was up a little bit, pops up, down, down, moving back up. So very choppy. Hard to, get into. I mean, look, I'm not saying there weren't some stocks. Of course, there are always, we can always find some stocks. But basically, though, it's very hard to find stocks that are trending when you see a market like that chopping up and down. So I only really, only one real trade to talk about, and this is get over here, is IOVA. Now, IOVA actually was brought to our attention by Joe, and yeah, I'm pretty sure Joe is his name, in the room yesterday. And he brought it to our attention probably around here. I think the first time I'd really seen this was maybe around this level right here. And just one second. Yeah, the 200-day moving average is 1129. So I think it was just underneath the 200-day. I'm pretty sure it was right around here as it was consolidating. And you take a look at it on the daily chart. And now remember, this would have been right about here, just underneath. And so my comment was, well, because I think what he was saying is I think he was in earlier, in this down here, and he was wondering what he should do. Now, of course, I don't give advice. I'm not allowed to. I'm not an investment advisor. But I did, point out the fact that the 200-day moving average was right there, so that, that might stall it. But boy, once it took out that 200-day moving average, let's get back to the 15-minute time frame. Once it took that out, where was it again? 1129. Then it just had a nice run. And I said in the pre-market, because it was doing pretty well in the pre-market, was holding its gains. I said maybe we should probably watch this for continuation, because if you look at the, I know I said this yesterday, I should have a daily chart up. But if you look at the daily chart, you can see right there that it has room potentially to this 14 level. All right, so, at 1243 up to the 14 level, that'd be a nice percentage increase. Now, again, I'm not saying it's going to get there. I have no idea what it's going to do. It could stall right here and, go to 10. But all I'm saying is that, you want to get a chart that is at least in your favor, that doesn't have, imagine if all of this was sitting right up here. You'd be looking at that going, man, it's going to take a lot to get through. Look at all these days that it's just hovered around there. But now look at it. You look left, and really, it's up to this area where you get some resistance. So it still is an interesting play, even a third-day continuation if it keeps going. And it really didn't follow the market. It wasn't chopping quite like the market was. Look at the SPY. Okay, so there's the SPY. So it really wasn't. It had none of this. It's really just kind of doing its own thing, which is what you want. You want to find stocks that are kind of those alpha stocks that are doing their own thing. So really, guys, that's it. It's a very short one. I traded one other one. I think it was RECN. I got in and out very, very quickly. That was at the very beginning of the day. It looked like it was going to be an interesting short. Had earnings. I think it's an earnings play. Let me see if it is an earnings play. No, actually, it wasn't it was not an earnings play, but it gapped down through the 200-day moving average. Here, let me just. I'm going to get the properties symbol linking in again so I can show. And I know there's probably going to be, I don't know why that happens on this. I'm using a new mic now. It's actually a mic instead of a headset. So I think my tone has changed. I didn't do anything, but there, I think it's back. So the 200-day is 1647, and you can see what it did, 1647 right here. And this is after hours. And I'm sorry, it is an earnings play. And I was thinking, well, it has no, and it had really no support, but it just didn't have the big drop that I was looking for. I think I got in at 1456, and I had to cover at 1470 as it popped up. Anyway, maybe now though. I mean, it's looking a little bit better right now. And the other one, man, oh man, look at this YRIV. I may have to. If you haven't seen this one, look at this day right here. This is only what? This is yesterday, the day before. It was 3 days ago. This stock was 55 cents, and look at what it has done. 55 cents is basically a four-bagger, almost a four-bagger. Look at the volume that has come into this one. Look at the volume yesterday. Look at the volume today. And, I didn't, well, not that I wouldn't believe it, but hard to believe that it would dwarf, I'm not saying it's going to dwarf today's or yesterday's volume, but it's certainly going to, it's only 117 right now. So, almost another little less than 3 hours are left in the market. So unbelievable volume is pouring into this. The thing is, couldn't really see any specific news on it. So, but what a run, 53 cents up to almost $2. And it still has room. I mean, it takes out 2, which is right around here. That's that area. It still has room to that 270 area. So I might be taking a look at this when I get back into the room. The other one is Red Robin. I wish I'd seen this news. We have a 15-minute time frame. Wish I'd seen the news. The CEO resigned, and I don't think, and this was, I don't want to say it was an abrupt resignation, and I think he resigned, I'm not sure if it was yesterday or after hours yesterday. It might have been right there, because what it said is, and then so they've appointed an interim CEO. Now, typically, if it's a smooth transition, the CEO, the incoming CEO has already been identified, and it's not interim anymore. The CEO retires, and that's it. And then the new CEO is appointed, not an interim. So this obviously came to a bit of a shock to the market, and I wanted to short this. If I know that's going to happen, if I knew that, I would have probably hopped on right off the bat, sort of break my 15-minute rule that I have. Don't like to trade in the first 15 minutes, because that's just really bad news. There's no, now it's had a tremendous bounce. It's had a tremendous bounce. So maybe, the joke is that, great, the market likes the fact that that guy is no longer there. And so the initial shock has worn off. And great, we've got a new guy leading the helm, or at the helm. Anyway, that was one that I, really wish I'd had, but I just couldn't get it. And I didn't want to chase it. Is more. I could have got it any time, of course, but I didn't want to chase it. You just don't know. I know how much more it's going down. Of course, I could have taken it there. I could have taken it there. I could have taken it there. You just don't know what's going to do that. This could have all started right there. You just don't know. But I would have taken it probably right in the first 5 minutes had I seen that news. Anyway, that's about it, guys. I want to bring back the capture program. And I say kind of a slow day for me, choppy day in the SPY, very choppy day for Holly also. So let's see, if you have any questions for me, this is the email address that you can use. Don't use that link. Use the link that's in the email you're getting for the new trading room. And I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Hope everybody has a great evening. Bye-bye.